Coming up on this special edition of Sbu TV, we showcase stories from the broadcast reporting students. Hello and welcome to Sbu TV. I'm McDonough. Bonaventure's athletes were able to get out of their uniforms and onto the red carpet Monday as the athletic department hosted the first annual Bonnies Awards. Matteo has the story.
The first annual Bonnies Awards were held Monday night at the Quick Arts Center as the Sbu Athletic Department, along with SAC, hosted every athlete at the school for a final gathering to give out awards and send off this year's seniors.
We got the idea from talking to other colleges in the athletic end, and we got the idea coming from them, and they told us how great it was, and we wanted to bring all the student athletes together. We really don't have that, and now we actually do.
There were many different awards given out, spanning from male and female Rookie of the Year to Merit and Service Awards to the final one of the night, rewarding the most outstanding male and female athletes of this year's athletics.
Well, at a meeting for SAC, we came up with all the awards and the criteria, and then we went back to our team and asked them from our team which teammate fit the criteria for each award.
After the red carpet ceremonies, the night began with guest speaker Raina Banks, an SBU graduate and softball player who now works for ESPN's Outside the Lines. Banks says she's happy the athletes got a night to sit back and relax as a reward for all their hard work this season.
Good, it makes them feel, I hope that it makes them feel like all the time they put in is worth it. They can smile, they can dress up, they're probably used to being in their uniforms most of the time. So good, it's a night to celebrate their accomplishments and be together.
After the individual awards were given out, each athletic team's seniors were called onto the stage and named individually to congratulate and thank them for their career at Bonaventure as they move on to the next aspect of their life. The night ended with Athletic Director Tim Kenny giving one final speech congratulating everybody on their accomplishments this year. The athletes after the ceremony said they were all thrilled with how it went, and they were happy that this is the first time we've done it, and they look forward to doing it in the future. For Sbu TV, I'm Matteo.
The ceremony lasted about an hour and a half, and more than 15 awards were given out to deserving athletes. St. Bonaventure University contributes large amounts of money to the local area each year. Leah and Bunny looks into how much Spring Weekend particularly helps local businesses.
Giant inflatables, chill music, kickball games, all staples of Spring Weekend at St. Bonaventure University. But for the community, this event is more than just fun and games. This means an extra boost for the local economy. Associate Director for Intramurals, Club Sports, and Student Engagement, Abby Cohen says, the majority of expenses are within an hour or so of the vicinity.
Specifically within the Olean Allegheny area would be things like the tents and tables and chairs. We rent them from a company in Olean called Kaya's Canopies. I know that a lot of kickball teams, in addition to CAB, will utilize t-shirts being made by either Studio 4 East or Sports Locker.
The Campus Activities Board has a $30,000 budget for Spring Weekend this year. About 48% has been spent in the local area, including Olean Allegheny and Buffalo, New York. Outside area costs include some performers, inflatables, and a photo booth. Cohen says spending more locally can be an issue when it comes to performers, because the Campus Activities Board wants to get performers students want to see. Campus Activities Board Vice President Riley Eike says the club hopes to spend more money closer to home in the future.
But it's really dependent on the companies that we go through, and then their pricing as well as where they're based out of. So
this year, the club used a different company for its inflatables, trying a business a little closer to home. Not only does this help the local economy, it saves the university a little extra cash.
The closer the better, actually, because we, like a part of the cost of buying inflatables is you purchase the travel for them, you purchase the hotel rooms for like their staff to stay in. So we really want to make it like kind of as close as possible.
Changing companies for inflatables saved the university about $1,000. The challenge for Spring Weekend is to provide students with engaging activities while keeping the classic attractions. Cohen says switching up companies each year can help provide new, exciting forms of entertainment. With Sbu TV, I'm Lian Bunny.
One of those new activities this year was a 90-foot inflatable obstacle course. The Campus Activities Board chose a carnival theme for this year's spring weekend. Sometimes bad weather gets people down, but the rain didn't stop the campus-wide fun this past weekend. Vaden reports.
With April coming to an end and May upon us, St. Bonaventure students prepare for finals and graduation. But before they go into study mode, they have a tradition that allows them to let off a little steam: spring weekend.
Spring weekend is a time at St. Bonaventure where it's kind of a celebration for the end of the year, where all the students come together for kickball tournaments, food, music, games, etc., all that fun stuff, and just celebrate that it's almost summer, we made it through the semester, and it's just a time to be together and to be a part of the Bona family.
Despite the gloomy weather, SBU students were determined to make the best out of this weekend.
When it was raining and the weather wasn't so great, so the kickball games were kind of postponed until Saturday, we all, as a big group, went into the Hickey Dining Hall. They had some inflatables set up, they had the food, so we kind of hung out there for a while, and then we just went back to the townhouses.
I mean, the rain put a damper on things, but it was still an awesome spring weekend.
At this year's spring weekend, there were a lot of different things that students could do. There was a kickball tournament, there was lots of food, there were different inflatables, such as a basketball game, a skee ball game, and then an obstacle course. There were also caricatures, a really cool photo booth that allowed you to select your photographer, such as Austin Powers or other famous movie characters. There were snow cones, pretzel bites, corn dogs, everything you can imagine. It was just a really fun weekend.
After Saturday's tournament, students enjoyed a quad party with a live band.
My favorite part about spring weekend would definitely be the kickball tournaments. It's a fun way for the whole university to kind of get together and have fun.
My favorite part about spring weekend is everyone just being together and having a good time, since it's like the end of the year and it's one of the last times we're together before the summer comes.
It's clear that rain or shine, SBU students still had a great time. With Sbu TV, this is Vaden.
Spring weekend is a wonderful way for students to celebrate the end of the school year. The Quick Center for the Arts at St. Bonaventure University has 2 new exhibits, both centered around recycling goods to create works of art. Drappe has the story.
We actually have 2 exhibitions right now. One we installed is called Green Revolution, and it's based off of kind of living a more sustainable lifestyle. So it's offered by the Smithsonian. It's their traveling exhibition.
A portion of the Green Revolution exhibit called Waste Not, Want Not, where you can learn easy day-to-day activities and skills to go green.
A feature that everybody loves, we made a greenhouse out of recycled water bottles. We went around campus for probably 4 months just to show like the natural waste that our school as a whole produces, in terms of, we have drinking fountains everywhere, but everyone uses these plastic bottles. We built an entire house out of them. With that, we now have, it's called Salvaged Recollections. It's works by Mary Pat Wagger. So she is an assemblage sculpture artist out of Albany, and she takes these really interesting things that you think have kind of served their usable life. So it's things like rusted farm equipment or old stones. There are some natural elements of wood or tile or metal, and she combines them with, you know, forgotten photographs or old toys or bullet casings. There's a really interesting, varied mix. We have Picassos, we have Lichtensteins, we have Dali's, kind of these recognizable artist celebrities now, where people will come just to see that one piece.
Reporting for Sbu TV, I'm Drappe.
Come check out the 2 new exhibits that will be in the Quick Center until September. Admission is free. As the semester comes to an end, many students require the assistance to finish it off right. Luckily for them, the Teaching and Learning Center will provide just that. Here's Klaider with the story.
In pushing toward the university's goal of academic excellence, St. Bonaventure's Teaching and Learning Center helps students with a variety of subjects.
What the student traffic brings through the door often guides our day. For example, if students have gotten an accounting test back, for example, that might have the floodgates open for assistance for that subject.
The Teaching and Learning Center, located in the basement of Doyle Hall, bases itself on the credo to assist and not do for students.
We're not here to do your homework for you. We're not here to write a paper for you, but we're here to assist you all along the way in any fashion we can, with grammar assistance, with coursework.
Adriane Spencer employs the same approach when working with disabled students.
They're not coming to me saying, fix it. They're coming to me saying, how do I fix it? And then I work with them to figure out how to have a conversation with the professor to ensure that they're getting the accommodations that they need.
For Sbu Tv, I'm Jason Klaider.
Appointments for the Teaching and Learning Center aren't necessary, but they are recommended. You can call 375-2066 to schedule an appointment. Well, that does it for us here in the Coop Lab. I'm Ryan McDonough. Thanks for watching.